Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Investing Show. And today we're talking about an exciting subject called leverage. Because with leverage you can turn your slow and boring investments, like a slow car, into a racing car. Because when you apply leverage you may be able to suddenly make a 10% profit change into a 100% profit. But of course using financial leverage is not without risks. So in this video we will discuss everything you need to know about financial leverage. And remember, you want to know more about leverage or anything else about investing, take a look at the description and press some of those links. So let's explain how leverage works by showing you two examples. In the first example we're going to buy a stock in the traditional sense of the word. So let's say we invest $1,000 in a stock worth $1,000. So you simply buy one stock. And lucky us, the stock market is booming, so the prices go up 10% in a week time. So what is our profit? Well, in this case we made $100 or 10%. Not bad, right, for a day of investing? However, if I would have applied a leverage of 1 to 10, this $1,000 investment would turn into a $10,000 investment. And I wouldn't own one share, I would own 10 shares. So with those 10 shares, I would have a different result, even though the stock market went up 10%, because I have this extra money from the broker, my profit would be a booming $1,000. So on my initial investment, this means I won $1,000 or 100%. So you can basically see investing without leverage as investing like a traditional snail slowly moving forward, while investing with leverage it's like a rocket, because you can literally double your investment if you're lucky. However, we are not always lucky, but I also want to show you what could happen if the opposite would be the case. Like suppose you buy the same stock for $1,000, but the stock market isn't thriving, it is unfortunately underperforming. So the stock price goes down 10% and well, we lose $100, we're left with a $900 stock. But suppose you would have used leverage, what would have happened? Well, with the 1 to 10 leverage, this $1 loss would have turned into a $1,000 loss. So you would lose your entire deposit. Bye-bye investment and bye-bye profit. Well, you now know how leverage works, but what are the biggest advantages of leverage? Well, first of all, remember with leverage you can really go to the moon and your profits can blow up. Your potential profit with leverage is way higher. Another benefit of leverage is that you can also benefit from small fluctuations in the stock price. Normally, when the stock price goes up like 0.5%, your profit would be very limited and it would take a long time to gain any serious results with this. For active traders, they would like to benefit even from these smaller fluctuations. So by applying a leverage, the 0.5% increase in price could mean you gain 5%, which is suddenly a way more appealing amount, of course. Lastly, funny enough, with leverage you can also limit your risk. Because imagine you would already want to buy $10,000 worth of shares, then if that company would go bankrupt, you lose the full $10,000. However, if you apply a leverage with a $1,000 investment, you would only be able to lose that $1,000, since most brokers nowadays offer a protection against a negative balance. Well, but unfortunately every positive side has a negative side, and the same applies to leverage, because also with leverage there are some clear disadvantages. It might be true that your profit can really blow up. The same applies to your losses. When you invest at an unfortunate moment, your loss can multiply and you can even blow up your entire account, losing your entire investment. But that is not all, because remember, applying leverage is not free. Brokers charge you money for using leverage. And in the next part of this video we will take a look at how this works exactly. Well, these costs actually are dividable in two sections. The first one is the so-called spread. When you buy a stock on the stock exchange, there's always a difference between the bid and the ask price, or the price for which you can buy or sell the same share. This is also the case when you apply leverage. However, these transaction costs you pay on every stock also multiply by your leverage. So when you apply a leverage of 10, your transaction costs also multiply by 10. So this is definitely something to remember. Because suppose you pay 1% in transaction costs, then with the leverage this increases to 10%, which is of course a way more hefty sum over your total investment. The second part to remember is that you are investing with money of the broker. When you apply a leverage of 1 to 10, you only put in 10% of the amount and the broker actually pays 90% of the sum of the investment. You pay so-called financing fees over this amount. When you pay 2% in financing fees over your leverage, in the long term, this can significantly reduce your return, and therefore it is important that your strategy with leverage yields an even higher return than your strategy without leverage. Suppose you do want to apply leverage, how do you manage the risks well? Well, first of all, it can be advisable to use a stop loss. With a stop loss, you indicate a certain value at which you close your stock position automatically. This allows you to prevent yourself from losing that entire amount of money you invest in your account. It's also wise to apply smart risk management strategies. For example, you can make sure that you never lose more than 1 or 2% of the entire amount of your account. So if I invest with $1,000, I can make sure that I don't lose more than $20 on a single stock trade. As you may understand, leverage is definitely not for everyone. The risks are significant and you can actually pretty easily lose the entire amount in your account. On the other hand, of course, using leverage can be very exciting, since you do have that potential opportunity for huge profits. It's therefore advisable, if you have no experience with leverage, to first practice this trading method by means of a free demo. In the description you can find a link where you can download a free demo so you can try out leverage by yourself, risk-free. Did you enjoy this video? Then press the thumbs up and subscribe, because more is coming.
We hope you found this little video very nice. It should not be taken as investment advice. Remember that investing always carries some risks. Don't invest with money that if lost would be missed. Video might contain affiliate links.